See, Dibru-Saikhowa National Park. Why this thing is the news? Okay, this is primarily known for as a grasslands, but these grasslands are shrinking. Okay, these grasslands are getting affected, and so when these grasslands are getting affected, the only horse that is there here is a feral horse. So when I see this, easy ga gurtu pettukodaniki pedda difficult avadu. So em gurtu vachindi horse ni chesinapudu em movie gurtu vachindi. Yeah, so it is not that difficult to remember. Okay, so there is feral horse. So and even your Pushparaj race gurram. Okay, so kurral madhya parigetta untaru kada. Yeah. So very important activity kabatti manam kachithanga idi gurtu pettukovali. Okay, so they are getting constantly decried. So who says this? There was a report released. So the study titled Grasslands is in the Flux. Now when I say about the biodiversity environment gurinchi maatladappudu idi prelims vaadachu ferals ani, but I will utilize these things in the mains also. So for the mains, whatever the content I am studying, I will use this thing in an integrated manner. So in that way I will not overburden myself. So when I talking about the biodiversity destruction, threats to our habitat, so I will use this report. So here they are talking about Bodoland University, published in the Science. They are talking about using the satellite imagery. They have mentioned the grasslands are getting destroyed. They have been consistently declined. And because here the very important feral horses and Bengal florigon, which is a critically endangered bird, is also living there. That's why this becomes very important for us. Okay, what is causing the problems? So they have given their invasive species. Here the various other species are also invading there and floods, and the habitat destruction is also causing the problem. All those things, but just you don't have to remember it by heart those things since it was there in the news. Just see those words, Mechanica, Micarantha, so Chromoledana, Dorana, so whatever the scientific names are there, just go through them. In case if they are asked for the prelims, you can have the basic idea about these things. Now when I study this thing, so this area is also known for the various national parks. Okay, so I have tried to give you the list of the national parks that are there here. Totally 8 national parks that are there in Assam. See here, I am trying to reduce your burden. We are going in a proper organized manner rather than the random way. They will ask you the national parks. How many times you have studied about the Kaziranga National Park? Okay, whatever the national parks that are there. Manas, Dibru-Saikhowa is a biosphere reserve. So you have the 2 biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves is a big area. They are always less in number. Okay, so 11 they are recognized by the UNESCO. So we have totally 18. Okay, so totally 18 biosphere reserves are there. 2 are there in the Assam, Manas and Dibru-Saikhowa. Okay, so you have different types of the animals. One-horned rhino, not only in the Assam, but they are found in the area, different areas. So you have, this is Deepor Bill. UPSC has also asked wetland area. This is a Ramsar wetland. Some of the wetlands are internationally recognized. Those are called as a Ramsar wetland. Okay, so this is the important thing that you need to remember. So when national parks, you just at least have an idea. When I say, okay, this national park, at least those things that are completely coming in the news, Orang, Kaziranga, Manas, you should be able to at least recall this belongs to the Assam area. This much is important. Okay, so the mapping was also we have done, so that when you see these things, you will retain for longer duration. Deepor Freshwater Lake, Manas National Park and Biosphere Reserve. Here you have in this area, this is Arunachal Pradesh. In this area, Dihang National Park is there. Kaziranga, when you say Kaziranga, definitely it comes into your mind, the Assam, the rhino. Okay, then what is happening with this? Putin and USA Trump. So they have met at Alaska, but no substantial outcome. No ceasefire has happened. So what Russia wants is, Russia wants Ukraine to give up their territories, and there should not be participation of Ukraine in the NATO membership. So USA Trump went there and said, okay. Now he is coming and putting pressure on the Zelensky. Okay, the Ukraine president. So see the eastern part. I think I have added a map. I forgot adding the map or something more. I have not added the map. Okay, so the Donbas province, the eastern part of the Ukraine, that is known for the coal and the iron. This part got occupied. Donbas province. Remember this Donbas province. Donbas. This area includes Luhansk province and Donetsk province. This area is known for coal and iron steel industries. So Ukraine has occupied this area, and this is Russia has occupied this area, and it is putting immense pressure to give up. Ukraine should give up on these territories. Okay, so USA president is putting pressure on Zelensky now on this thing, but now the next negotiations is going to happen. But Ukraine president is not going to back off. Okay, entire Europe is supporting him. ceasefire, at least ceasefire has not happened. Recently only they have bombed these territories. Okay, so that is the important part. Now you might have seen, okay, you might have seen this thing. There was also a criminal prosecution going on. So there were some articles, when the Putin lands in USA, can he be arrested? So there was those articles because International Criminal Court has given the arrest declaration, arrest warrant towards the Putin. Now what is this International Criminal Court? This is a prelims oriented fact. International Criminal Court is a separate court. It is not belonging to the UN, a separate organization. Whoever the parties have signed this thing. So this is a kind of court which does this prosecution, trial and the prosecution. A separate body from the UN, autonomous body out of UN. Under the UN, you have a principal organ called the International Criminal Court of Justice, International Court of Justice, ICJ. This is different. This is established as per the Rome Statute. For the prelims, this is very important. In India, is not a member of this. So if they ask what is this Rome Statute which is related to the, which one? This is ICC. India is not a signatory. USA signed it but did not ratify. That's why USA is not bound to arrest the Putin. And this does not try the whatever the legal agreements we have done. What the ICJ does, for suppose India and USA has done some kind of legal agreement. So they will go through that agreement. They will give the judgments. This ICC actually tries does the prosecution for the individual crimes, genocides that is being conducted. Like say when I mentioned the Rwanda genocide, or now currently they have also initiated arrest warrant against the Netanyahu. So because of this thing is also it is in the news. Because of its war crimes they say the war crimes has been conducted and he has to be arrested. So that's why USA has imposed the sanctions. I have discussed this thing. They have imposed the sanctions on the ICC judges, International Criminal Court judges. On the court judges, Trump has imposed the sanctions. Means their properties will be seized. They will not be given visa. So that's how even on the international body, they have given this thing. So totally 125 members. India is not a member. So they will try the genocides, war crimes against the humanity. So it will not take away jurisdiction. For suppose India is not a signatory. Now they cannot try any cases in India. Only when the country signs and give up the cases, they will able to try. So totally there are 18 judges. So whoever the members are there, they will fund and from different groups, different members will be sent. And then finally judges appointment will happen. Okay, this is how totally 18 judges. The state parties will provide the contribution. It is not a UN body, very important. The UN's part is International Criminal Court of Justice. You have totally 18 judges and they will be implemented. This is a working body of the Assembly of the State Parties. It is a implementing body. It comprises of the 125 members from different regions. Different members will nominate and finally the selection will happen. Okay, this is how you will finally the thing. But India generally consider this as a kind of criticism because most of the cases that it has taken is African cases. They basically impose penalties, fines, even the death penalties to especially primarily to the members of the African countries. Okay, so other not developed countries, those countries persons they have never tried. Okay, so they are generally seen as a kind of discriminatory against to the developing country. Okay, and this is also not a part of UNSC. So India is not happy with this thing. India is not a member of this thing. So you can go. And jellyfish, the major important thing is 95% of the water, it does not have any heart or brain. Okay, now, so there is a bloom, the majority of the jellyfish bloom has happened. So that's why they have to shut down this nuclear power plant in the Africa region. This is a factual detail. Okay, so this is the major fact. They will ask question on this. 95% water. They have the tentacles through which they eat food, but they are not going to cause any kind of harm to you, human being. Even if they bite you, they will cause only little discomfort to you. It is not going to cause any kind of problem to you. Okay, so they are in the news because because of their bloom, they clogged the reactors and the reactors have to shut down. Basically, they are not the good swimmers. So whenever the water flow has happened, through water flow, they have entered into this nuclear reactors and finally they have to shut down these nuclear reactors. Okay, this is the point. Now on this topic, if you search this YouTube topic jellyfish, you will see 30 minutes, 45 minutes videos also, nothing but the waste of time. Okay, 2 minutes content, they will take 35-45 minutes. Okay, try to remove all those waste out of your discussions. Okay, so I can take 45 minutes, but it is not worth it. Just what is relevant for your exam, I have taken up. Smooth-Coated Otter. Okay, this was in the news because from the Gujarat, Delhi Zoo have taken this Smooth-Coated Otter. So we need to know the habitat. They are not just found in India, but also in the neighboring countries like Nepal, Bhutan, all those countries. This is a vulnerable as per the IUCN status. This is a part. Now this looks smooth. Okay, they are the strong swimmers. Fish specialists hunt in the groups using a V formation. They all together hunt the fishes and all do this thing. They form the V formation, and they are not monogamous. They are polygamous. They mate different, more than 4 females. Okay, this is a part. This is their characteristics. They are found in the rivers, lakes, wetlands. Their distribution is found in the South Asia and Southeast Asia. In the India also, they are found in various places. Currently, their population has decreased almost to 30% compared to the 1995. That's why we are studying them. And this is vulnerable status. That's all. We protect them under the Wildlife Protection Act too, and this is why it is in the news. So that's all for today. Honor killings and what is the other top part? Anti-conversion laws. Those parts will be discussed in the next session. That's all for today. Okay.